Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Tom Wilkinson, a distinguished portrait of a character actor Thomas Geoffrey Wilkinson, February 5, 1948 to December 30, 2023, was an acclaimed English actor whose career spanned 5 decades across stage, film, and television. Known for his intelligence, subtlety, and commanding presence, Wilkinson was one of Britain's most respected performers, capable of transforming himself seamlessly into characters of both quiet dignity and emotional turmoil. Early life and education. Tom Wilkinson was born in Leeds, West Riding of Yorkshire, England, but his family moved to Kitimat, British Columbia, Canada, when he was young. After several years abroad, they returned to England, where Wilkinson's passion for acting began to take root. He attended the University of Kent, where he earned a degree in English and American literature. Before training at the prestigious Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA. Stage beginnings and rise to prominence. Wilkinson's career began on the stage, where he developed the discipline and craft that would define his later film work. He performed with the Royal Shakespeare Company and appeared in numerous West End productions, establishing himself as a gifted classical actor. His early television work, including roles in First Among Equals and Martin Chuzzlewit, showcased his ability to embody complex and morally ambiguous characters. Breakthrough and film success. Although Wilkinson had long been a respected figure in British television and theatre, international recognition came with his performance in The Full Monty, 1997, a comedy drama about unemployed steelworkers forming a striptease act. His portrayal of Gerald, a proud former foreman facing economic despair, earned him BAFTA and Screen Actors Guild nominations and introduced him to global audiences. He followed that success with a string of critically acclaimed roles that revealed his depth and range. In the Bedroom, 2001, he gave one of his finest performances as a grief-stricken father seeking justice after his son's death, a role that earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. Wilkinson received another Oscar nomination, this time for Best Supporting Actor, for his searing performance as a guilt-ridden corporate lawyer in Michael Clayton, 2007, opposite George Clooney. Other notable performances include Benjamin Franklin in the miniseries John Adams, 2008, for which he won both an Emmy Award and a Golden Globe. Carmine Falcone in Batman Begins, 2005, where he brought menace and gravitas to the criminal underworld. Arthur Eden's in Michael Clayton, a portrayal that epitomized his mastery of vulnerability and madness. The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, 2011, and its sequel, where he lent warmth and humor to an ensemble cast. Selma, 2014, as President Lyndon B. Johnson, a nuanced performance blending authority and humanity. Style and legacy. Wilkinson was known for his quiet intensity and ability to inhabit characters from all walks of life, from bureaucrats and lawyers to priests and working-class men. He often brought empathy to flawed figures, allowing audiences to see the inner conflicts behind their choices. Critics frequently praised his unshowy approach. He had the rare gift of disappearing completely into his roles while maintaining a strong screen presence. Personal life and death. Tom Wilkinson was married to actress Diana Hardcastle, with whom he often collaborated, including in The Kennedys, 2011, and Good People, 2014. The couple had 2 daughters. He passed away suddenly on December 30, 2023, at the age of 75. Leaving behind a legacy of excellence that few actors achieve. His death was widely mourned by fans and colleagues who remembered him as both a consummate professional and a deeply kind, thoughtful man. Conclusion. Tom Wilkinson's body of work stands as a testament to the enduring power of character acting. He never sought celebrity. Instead, he sought truth in every role. Whether portraying historical figures, ordinary men, or conflicted souls, Wilkinson's performances were marked by authenticity and emotional depth. His influence continues to inspire actors and filmmakers around the world, a legacy of integrity, craft, and quiet brilliance. Acting philosophy and approach. Tom Wilkinson was never a performer driven by fame or spectacle. His approach to acting was rooted in honesty, restraint, and deep emotional intelligence. He often described acting as an act of listening, both to the other characters and to the truth of the moment. This sensitivity allowed him to embody ordinary people with extraordinary depth, making his performances feel lived in and profoundly real. He eschewed the celebrity lifestyle, preferring privacy and the quiet satisfaction of meaningful work. Wilkinson believed that the craft of acting was about service to story and humanity, not ego. In interviews, he once remarked that an actor's job was to make people believe in something for 2 hours. That ethos guided his career from beginning to end. Versatility across genres. Wilkinson's adaptability was one of his greatest strengths. He could shift effortlessly between drama, comedy, and historical epics, maintaining a rare consistency of quality across genres. In Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, 2004, he played the ethically conflicted Dr. Mierzwiak, a scientist who manipulates memory, a performance that added layers of tenderness and guilt to a film defined by surrealism. In The Patriot, 2000, opposite Mel Gibson, he embodied General Cornwallis with quiet authority and wry intelligence, transforming a potentially one-dimensional antagonist into a man of complex loyalties. Conversely, in The Full Monty, his comedic timing and empathy turned a story about working-class desperation into something uplifting and humane. He was equally at home in television dramas, such as Normal, 2003, where he portrayed a husband undergoing gender transition, earning a Golden Globe nomination for a role that demanded both vulnerability and courage. His willingness to take on challenging, unconventional projects reflected a lifelong curiosity about the human condition. Influence and collaboration. Directors loved working with Wilkinson because he was a consummate collaborator, disciplined, intelligent, and capable of deep transformation without ever overacting. He elevated every project he joined, often grounding ensembles with quiet gravitas. Filmmakers like Todd Field, In the Bedroom, Tony Gilroy, Michael Clayton, and Ava DuVernay, Selma, spoke highly of his ability to bring moral complexity to his characters. Younger actors frequently cited him as a model of artistic integrity. He represented a generation of British actors, alongside Jim Broadbent, Bill Nighy, and Helen Mirren, who bridged the gap between classical theatre and modern film realism. His subtle power helped redefine what it meant to be a character actor in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. Awards and recognition. Throughout his career, Wilkinson received numerous honors and nominations, including Academy Award nominations, In the Bedroom, Best Actor, 2002, Michael Clayton, Best Supporting Actor, 2008, BAFTA Award, Best Actor in a Supporting Role for The Full Monty, 1998, Primetime Emmy Award, Outstanding Supporting Actor for John Adams, 2008, Golden Globe Awards for Normal, 2003, and John Adams, 2008, Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE, awarded in 2005 for services to drama. These accolades only hint at his significance. Wilkinson's true reward was the respect of his peers and the emotional resonance of his work with audiences around the world. Later years and enduring relevance. In his later years, Wilkinson continued to work steadily, lending gravitas to films like Belle, 2013, Denial, 2016, and The Grand Budapest Hotel, 2014. Even in smaller roles, his presence added weight and texture. His characters often embodied moral complexity, men wrestling with conscience, grief, or the consequences of their choices. He once said that the beauty of acting in one's later life was the deep well of experience to draw from. You don't have to imagine as much. You just remember. That reflective wisdom was evident in his final performances, where every gesture and silence carried emotional truth. Legacy in British cinema. Tom Wilkinson's legacy rests not on celebrity but on craft. He exemplified the British tradition of actorly rigor, the idea that storytelling is an act of empathy and observation. He was a bridge between generations. Classically trained yet modern in sensibility, capable of Shakespearean authority and contemporary realism alike. He represented the quiet strength of British acting, performers who never needed to shout to be heard. In an era of spectacle, Wilkinson's greatest power was understatement. His work continues to influence a generation of actors who seek depth over glamour, truth over performance. A lasting memory. When Tom Wilkinson passed away in December 2023, tributes poured in from around the world. Colleagues described him as a giant of his craft and the embodiment of humility and excellence. To audiences, he remains a familiar and reassuring face, a performer who could make even the smallest role resonate with humanity. In the end, Wilkinson's art was about connection. His characters, whether fathers, lawyers, generals, or dreamers, reminded us that the soul of storytelling lies not in the extraordinary, but in the profoundly human. Most memorable performances and what made them remarkable. Tom Wilkinson's legacy is defined by the sheer emotional diversity of his performances. Whether portraying grief, moral conflict, humor, or quiet authority, he never repeated himself. Each role was a distinct, living individual. Below are some of his most unforgettable portrayals and what made them truly exceptional. 1. In the Bedroom, 2001, Wilkinson's portrayal of Dr. Matt Fowler remains one of the most haunting studies of grief ever captured on screen. As a small-town doctor whose son is murdered, he brought immense restraint to a role that could have easily been melodramatic. His quiet rage and aching sorrow felt profoundly real, the way he conveyed unbearable loss through silence, posture, and minute facial shifts was a masterclass in internalized emotion. His performance earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, and critics hailed it as one of the most authentic depictions of mourning in modern cinema. It was not just acting, it was emotional truth distilled into art. 2. Michael Clayton, 2007, as Arthur Edens, the manic, conscience-stricken attorney unraveling under corporate corruption, Wilkinson gave a performance that burned with moral intensity. His opening monologue, "I am Shiva, the god of death," remains one of the most electrifying in recent film history. Balancing mania with lucidity, Wilkinson turned Arthur into both a tragic victim and a prophet of conscience. His performance earned him his second Oscar nomination, this time for Best Supporting Actor. Critics widely agreed that he gave the film its spiritual core, a man destroyed by truth in a world addicted to denial. 3. The Full Monty, 1997, before his Hollywood breakout. Wilkinson stole scenes in The Full Monty as Gerald.
Bye bye, thanks for watching, bye.